Not so long ago, France's aging nuclear reactors seemed headed for retirement. President Emmanuel Macron had called for closing more than a dozen of the country's 56 reactors by 2035 and sharply reducing nuclear's share in the country's electricity mix. But earlier this year, that changed.
What our country needs, and the conditions are there, is the rebirth of France's nuclear industry.
Now, along with boosting green energy, Macron wants to build up to 14 nuclear plants in the coming decades. And he's not alone. Belgium recently decided to extend the life of its 2 nuclear reactors by a decade, delaying plans to fully exit nuclear energy. Poland and Romania are eyeing smaller cutting-edge reactors that are quicker and cheaper to build than traditional ones. Britain also plans to build new plants, even as it retires most of its aging fleet in the coming years.
Certainly the current global energy situations, Russia's war on Ukraine, are driving interest, really making countries review their own plans for how they can then move away from external or imported sources of energy.
Worldwide, the International Energy Agency says the nuclear industry must nearly double in size to help meet demand as well as global climate change goals. The European Union is especially under pressure to find low-carbon alternatives to Russian oil and gas. France, the EU's largest nuclear energy producer, led the lobby to put nuclear on Brussels' list of climate-friendly sources. Nuclear should be seen as part of a larger energy mix to help Europe transition to a carbon-free future, says the IEA's Warner.
So we need a very broad suite of low-emission technologies. Renewables will definitely lead the way. Wind and solar PV are now 2 of the cheapest options for new electricity, new sources of electricity.
For some countries, however, nuclear energy is not an option. Germany, highly dependent on Russian energy, still plans to shut its 3 remaining nuclear plants by the year's end. Environmental activists say countries like France should do the same.
Yes, there is an alternative to nuclear energy, and that's why we need to invest on this 100% renewable mix, electricity and energy, because for us, nuclear is not a safe energy.
Since Japan's Fukushima accident more than a decade ago, experts say the nuclear industry has shored up safety. Less clear is how well reactors can sustain military offenses, like in Ukraine. Europe also needs energy now. While newer models have shorter construction timelines, they still take years to build. Finding long-term solutions for Europe's nuclear waste is another problem.
There's only one country that's currently constructing a nuclear waste facility and 2 others that are pursuing it very soon, but that's a real challenge.
But with current production limits to solar and wind and other options like hydrogen still nascent, nuclear is likely to remain in Europe's energy mix for the years and decades to come. Lisa Bryant for VOA News, Paris.